Hello everybody and welcome back to day 21 of the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge. Today I wanted to give a little goals progress update, seeing as the end of quarter one is just on the horizon, only less than 4 videos away. So in episode which episode was it again? I actually can't remember. Oh, episode 3. I talked about splitting the 100 days up into 4 sections and 4 quarters. And so quarter 1, I set some goals for the first 25 videos. And I didn't expect to be completed with all of those goals that I made for myself, like halfway through. So I wanted to talk about the goals that the goals that I completed, and then also the new goals that I set for the remaining rest of the quarter. I did this last week, and I just had other things to talk about, so I didn't really say anything about it. And if I didn't get around to it before the end of the quarter, I was just going to talk about the ones that I set for myself in the end of quarter one video on day 25. But I went about trying to figure out what I was going to talk about, and I realized that I never actually shared those goals. So here I am, and I'm just gonna actually get into it because this intro is taking too long. So on day 3, I set myself let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 goals. And 3 of them were writing goals, and the other 3 were drawing goals. So let's start with writing first. So, when I set my first goals, I said I would, by the end of the 25 days, write the first 5 chapters to rough draft status, meaning that I finished the chapter and finished writing all of the scenes, and I would then later go back in and fix any dialogue that I don't particularly like, or change some panel descriptions and stuff, just editing it and stuff. And my second goal was that I would fully script the first 3 chapters, meaning that the first 3 chapters were already rough draft, already edited, and so already edited, and they are good. I like them. I'm like, okay, I'm happy with this. This is edited enough where I can start like sectioning them for like thumbnails and stuff. So then the last one was prepping chapter 1 for thumbnails, meaning that the 4 scenes in chapter 1 would be sectioned. The dialogue would be sectioned off into pages, and then those pages would be sectioned off into panels. And so I expected to just barely finish those by the end of day 25 because I didn't realize how quickly I would write these chapters. And I talked all about that in day 10 goals progress update, where I was like, holy crap, it's halfway through, and I'm basically almost done with all of my goals. So those were the drawing goals that I completed. And so when I completed those, it was like a week in between completing them and then realizing that I should, but also that I can set more goals for myself. So I set 2 more goals for myself to be completed by day 25. And the first one is section chapters 2 to 5, 4 panels. So chapter 5 is already like written and stuff, so that means all I have to do, like everything up to chapter 5 is already written, so now I just have to do the editing in the panels for the last couple of the chapters. And then the second new goal was edit and revise chapters 3 through 5, because chapter 2, when I wrote these goals down, was already sectioned off and just completely ready to be thumbnailed. So it was really only chapters 3 through 5 that needed to be sectioned for panels, and chapter 5 that needed to be like edited and revised, as I wrote those like a week ago. So now onto the drawing. The goals that I set for myself in the very beginning were complete turnaround sheets for Tori and Thea, and then the second one was complete secondary character concepts for Act 1, and then I named three extra characters that are going to be like reoccurring throughout the story and stuff like that. And then the third one was just a plain start the thumbnails, like start putting pencil to paper, drawing out first chapter thumbnails. And out of those 3, I only completed one goal, which was start the thumbnails. I completed half of the first goal about the turnaround sheets. I did do a turnaround sheet for Tori, and on day 18, I talked all about how I started the turnaround sheet, and then I realized that I didn't need to do the turnaround sheets. For me, personally, I didn't think I needed to do them. So I don't really consider not completing this first goal like a failure, because it's not like I wasn't able to do it. It's that I decided it wasn't necessary, and so I wasn't going to do it. Now the second goal, though, complete the secondary character concepts, I don't think I'm going to get around to those. And the reason why I don't think I'm going to get around to them is because of my fourth goal that I added after I, on the second round of thinking of new goals. So, my fourth goal was complete chapter 1 thumbnails. So, completing chapter 1 thumbnails, and also just like sketching and lining the first scene, the first pages of scene 1 is going to be taking up all of my time. And so I think that what I'm going to do is that the secondary character concepts are only going to happen when I start thumbnailing those chapters, or those scenes that the characters first show up in. Because creating a character, like doing their concept, does take me all day. And as silly as it sounds, I don't want to delay working on the pages of the comic for even a day. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for the next couple of days, and then on day 25 I'll be doing a quarter 1 recap, talking about any of these goals that I managed to finish, and I think I'm going to be also setting quarter 2 goals in that video as well, depending on how long I ramble on for about quarter 1. If I ramble on too long, then I will just do a quarter 2 goals video on day 26. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.